Greetings, dear beloveds. It is the group of 100 come forth today. We are bringing forth the energy of the Great Mother today, the Mother Earth, who is holding you strongly at this time of transition on the planet. Feel the energies of the solstice moving within you. The energies of the solstice have brought much change in your body, much recalibration, and indeed it is as if a new page has been turned into your forward movement. There has been a timeline shift on planet Earth, which suggests that we are no longer just heading toward the fifth dimension, but possibly beyond to the sixth, to the seventh, that humanity has lifted its energies sufficiently that indeed it is even a brighter and more expansive future that you are moving towards at this time. Be aware that the world is in a flurry of activity. The thing that is hardest to understand for those who are not, what will we call them, intel warriors, meaning people who are every day online for perhaps an hour or two, and who possibly have been for 4 or 5 years now. These people have accumulated a level of backstory and understanding about what is happening on planet Earth. Those starting to delve may receive partial truths and partial exposés about what is happening on planet Earth. But it will be a while before the full picture emerges for them. So they may understand that there are forces of light working for planet Earth. They may understand that these beings of light, who were once called the White Brotherhood of Light, are now called the White Hats. And they are working in alliance, groups of humans and groups of galactics working together under the White Hat umbrella of forces such as the Trump administration, the Q group, and other beings of light who are indeed working towards the freeing of planet Earth and all human inhabitants on her. We know that even as we say these words, many of you will upsurge in disagreement. But this is where the layers of the chess game are tricky to negotiate. And there are certain beings of light on the YouTube who have been offering regular and updates on the true affairs of the world. And indeed, many of the so-called truther community will often use the phrase, the movie. And it is useful, we think, for you to begin to grasp, for those of you who may find this new, that indeed much of what is playing out on mainstream media at this point on the globe has actually been quite consciously placed there. Humanity has been controlled by forces beyond humanity's knowing for millennia now. The history of planet Earth is actually about a dark takeover by negative, shall we say, extraterrestrial forces. But of course the positive extraterrestrial forces are now working in harmony with the world governmental forces to bring about the golden age on planet Earth. This is in the control only of Prime Creator. It is only the God Source, the God Spark, who is in control of this period of evolution. But the many fine servants and those in service to this high force of light are the ones who are indeed liberating humanity from the dark controllers at this time. So the drama of the Middle East at this time, the world of Israel, the world of Iran, the world of Gaza, where so many innocent civilians have indeed been hurt and lost their lives and damaged. This causes great heartache across the planet. And of course, because of this, people seek to understand the truth of this story. But the truth of this story, dear souls, is so multi-layered. And it is probably at this time, until it is made clear to you, only through immense research or happening on a word here or a word there from a truther, that you will start to glean the layers of alignment, realignment, replacement, the level, for example, to which the dark ones are actually being removed and taken out at this time. For example, as was evidenced by many of the dark leaders of Iran simply being removed, disappeared over the last weeks. This is a sign that the goal of all warfare at this time on planet Earth is the liberation of the populations involved. It is not making any government right or wrong. It is not finally saying Israel was right, Gaza was right. In fact, it is saying these people on this land deserve to live the most harmonious human life they can. And all controllers and forces of dark who have been creating hardship and obstacle and imprisonment for these people, they must go at this time. And the forces of light who are working for the freeing of planet Earth are ensuring that this happens. According to the MSM, according to the mainstream media, according sometimes even to people on the ground, it will often seem that another force did this. The forces that really did the work. It is a little bit like a Mission Impossible movie or a James Bond movie. These things that have been fed into the world of movie, into the world of sci-fi movie in particular, these are often seeded to mankind to actually share the truth. Because all darkness makes a contract that they cannot do the darkness unless they have told the people of the earth. So it is often through the medium of the movies that these little seeds of what is actually going on are seeded out to humanity. And of course they are sold as sci-fi, so people believe they are fiction, whereas often it is disclosure. It is disclosure of true events happening on the world, worldwide. So trusting, dear souls, that a time of change is upon you, and that until the full picture is revealed, if it ever is, there will be much confusion. And indeed, listening to, as this one read recently, a post from a person on the ground in Iran saying what appears to the world as devastation is actually liberation for we here in Iran. The dark leaders have been removed and there is freedom. Women again will be able to go out of the house with their bodies free. But this is still in the future, but these are the sort of freedoms that are being returned to the world. So it is very we bless you for your care and compassion for your fellow humans. We understand that in this time where all is misrepresented in the mainstream news, that your hearts are full with concern and care for your beloved fellow humans, and that you are being given partial information. So of course you will be leaping to these conclusions. You will want to go and march for this people or hold up the banner of this people. And we ask you simply to be aware that in the future, when the truth is known, you may find that do not be surprised to learn that the ones who you thought were the innocent parties were actually the ones controlling the game through this period. So we do not wish to confuse you further, but we do wish you to open your minds to the new, to new solutions, to new possibilities, and to, as much as you can, to move beyond any personal judgments or vendettas or what is it called, this very strong reaction to the people in power, to just be aware that this is part of the mind control which has been a vast force on planet Earth, certainly in the last 100 years, increasingly every day. And that beyond the mind control, you will return through discernment and moving into your deep instinctual being, you will return to a place of understanding and knowing in your gut what is the truth that you wish to hold to and what no longer resonates for you. And that this is a good starting point for dealing with this fluxing political scape in front of you at this time. All we can say to you is that freedom is on its way, and the golden age is indeed long destined and long arriving, and indeed is very much here on planet Earth, and will emerge in the coming months and years, so much so that in a few years' time you will not recognize this life that you live on planet Earth. It will have been replaced with abundance, with scientific wonders, with freedoms that you never thought you would even see in your lifetime. And yes, they are destined to arrive very soon. So hold faith, dear ones. Open that mind, release the old, release the judgments, and just sit and receive. Tune into your gut impulse, open your heart, and see what lands in your knowing field. And we feel that this is a good place to start, dear ones. Blessed be, and blessed be.